It's probably one of the biggest challenges that humanity's ever faced. Not impossible, of course, because, the history of human ingenuity is very successful.
It depends upon how serious people are, and also about how honest we are about to have this conversation, because no one thing is going to solve that trilemma.
I think nuclear will play a significant role, especially onshore, I would say. There's also a significant contribution to the energy mix that will come from offshore, and that would be wind, solar, and that also has a big part to play.
Well, we're not moving towards a world where we're going to have a single source of energy.
Yes.
We're moving towards a world where we're going to have a diverse mix of energies.
Right. We're not in a position where we can really pick and choose the low carbon or zero carbon technologies that we can apply to this challenge, because it is such a big challenge.
You can see already the trend changing to electric cars, but when we think about the contribution to the most emissions, I would say you have to think about shipping and cargoes and heavy transport like the lorries, and there will be a range of ways to tackle that.
It's easy to fall into a bit of a fallacy that electric cars are, again, a magic bullet for global decarbonisation. They're only as green as the power you put into them. So in many countries, electric cars are effectively a coal car, because if most power is coming from coal. So it may be one small step on the road, but it's not going to be transformational on its own.
As of now, there are very few other alternative solutions. In some cases, you can think of moving away from plastic to something else, but in most cases, you cannot. And I guess that part is still going to be there. But then there are ways of trying to abate the carbon emissions, whether it is from carbon capture, etc.
Yeah, I'd love to change some of the narrative that oil and gas is consistently bad. Oil and gas contain carbon, but the bad thing is emitting that carbon into the atmosphere.
But also, when we talk about a net zero world, we're not talking about a zero world, it's a net zero world. So there's also going to be an element of offsetting, which we've already seen start off, but that's going to grow enormously as well.
In the oil and gas industry, it's comprised quite a lot of scientists, engineers, geoscientists, and we are just as passionate about the environment, and even more so focused on tackling this head-on and really want to be part of the solution.
It's how do we use that technology and the highly trained skills within our supply chain to help in the energy transition, because we're all wanting to be part of the future. 2050 isn't that far away, so action needs to happen now.